Hello, welcome to the collapse experiment. You're not hallucinating, that is snow. Yes, it is snowing again here in northern Michigan, not the UP, northern Michigan, just south of Cadillac. And it has been doing this for the last 2 days. But as you can see from the ground, it's in that in-between state where the snow comes down, but it's just not sticking to the ground. Checking on the chickens, see if they have any more eggs for me, and making sure the rabbits are out of the wind. But grass is coming up more. That's good. That means less feed for the rabbits. I can just move them around. Oh, anything? Anything at all? No. Those are the ceramic eggs. To try to train them not to... I guess it's for two reasons. One, you put them in there and it's supposed to stimulate them to want to lay in that area, and then also teaches them not to break and eat their own eggs, because chickens can be dumb. They can be really dumb. But let's take a look around. Rabbits appear to be doing good. They've got water. Still plenty of grass here, but I'll move it one more time before heading to work. And I had to shoot a possum earlier today. Not a fun situation. I actually came across it first yesterday. And even at that time, I thought there's something not quite right with it. This is the second possum I've seen around here. The first one I let go, ran out of the cage, went into the woods, disappeared. Something you would expect an animal to do when you release it from a cage that it's been trapped in overnight. This possum I came across yesterday, dumping the compost. It had no reason to be in the cage because there was no bait in it. And I opened the door and it refused to get out. So I ended up leaving. Came back this morning to dump some more compost in the bin. Found the trap set again. Same possum inside the trap. Opened the door, wouldn't get out. Picked up the trap, dumped it out. And then it wouldn't leave. It just stood there. Some of the other things that led me to be concerned was a lot of snot dripping from the nose. It wasn't hissing, but it had its mouth open. I didn't exactly see any foaming at the mouth, but there was something definitely wrong with it. I even tried to intimidate it away. I took a rake handle and was like tapping it on the head to try to get it to run away. It didn't even hiss at me then. It just kind of gave me this look of like, why are you doing that? So I just ended up having to put it down. I don't know how the same possum ends up in the same trap 2 days in a row when there's no bait in it. But this one did. And it won't ever do that again. Quickly disposed of it. I didn't want to risk the dog or any other animals getting to it. In case it was sick with something. Wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. So, I just talked with the guy the other night about different animals, critters to be concerned about. And that was one of them. I think these might be skunk tracks. But he was saying that's one of the animals he comes across, the skunk, that he readily takes care of. He went so far as to say if I see them in the street, I make sure to run them over. I don't care how bad my truck smells. So thought that was kind of amusing, but yeah, and usually he lets the possums go because even though they're ugly and hideous, they do eat a lot of the things you don't want in your woods. But this one had half of its tail missing, and I think it was like maybe a recent attack, and just did not look like a good situation. So I think something went after it. Maybe it caught something, and I'm just glad that's over with. But yeah, I buried that out in the field. Hopefully far enough down where the dog won't dig it up. We've been trying to make sure the dog isn't outside by himself at all these days. We can't trust him after he killed 2 of the chickens and injured the rooster. That's something that we've been trying to be cautious of, making sure he's not roaming around free to cause havoc like that anymore. So I even went as far as to the blood that was on the ground. I took a shovel and I flipped that over to make sure that nothing went over there. And it sounds gross, but animals do stupid things like licking up blood that they find on the ground. Who knows what could have been in that. So I flipped that over, and hopefully all is taken care of now. Don't have to worry about that possum causing any more chaos in the near future. So, projects for today. Well, currently I've got some ham bones in the Instant Pot that will, I'm hoping, will make a nice tonkatsu ramen broth. This is a ham that was left over from Easter. My mother-in-law brought it over, and it was the type that had the bone in it, which she was disappointed about, but I was ecstatic because the thing around here is there's all these places that butcher cows and pigs, and you go in and you ask for a pig femur for soup, and they give you this stupid look, and they're like, well, that's in the dumpster. And I'm like, I'll give you money for them. like I will pay for these. And it sounds like it's kind of a special order deal around here. But then I can readily find cow soup bones, beef bones, just about anywhere, and they're really super cheap. So if I ever want to make a beef broth ramen, I have access to that at basically any time. It doesn't look like they keep it in the freezer section. It doesn't look like it's something that sells very often. It's probably considered poor people food. But I had a lot of really good success with the last couple beef bones that I used, and I actually might try that again sometime soon. I have a lot of just plain noodles stockpiled, so making my own broth, pulling stuff out of the garden to add to the pot. I'm not beyond doing that. Actually, if I can source it all here locally, that'd be awesome. Um, you know, Come to think of it, I know I can get flour at oh, that's a hawk. And oh no, it's moved back around. There it is. There's that bastard. Probably looking to get my chickens again. The one thing that I do not have, and I know I can do it by hand, it's just a huge pain in the ass, and I'm not really good with bread or dough. I don't have a noodle maker. And I knew that they had they're pretty expensive. And the thing is, you can get the hand crank noodle maker, which is the one that I want. But it doesn't mean it comes with all the accessories. So you could get lucky and maybe it'll come with a cutter that makes the size of noodle that you want. But then there's all the accessories where you can do like thick pasta, you can do all kinds of different cuts and sizes. I just want to make ramen. And I can get flour here. I can make the noodles at home if I had one. That's kind of the goal. Because if I can get the flour from the Amish, and I can make the noodles at home, and I can source all the things to make a good broth from here, well then I'd be set. That might be the last thing on my list, and I don't know if I'll be able to actually obtain it. I don't know. I don't want one of those electric ones that they have at Walmart and the other stores. I want something hand cranked. I want to be able to make my noodles at home, regardless of whether there's power or not. And unfortunately, I don't know. Don't know if that's going to happen. In the meantime, I've got a ton of noodles. Saw a meme the other day. It was this girl that looked like she was about to beat the crap out of somebody, and said when I get home and somebody dipped into my ramen stash, and I understand that one. But yep, that is about it. What is that, and should I be concerned? Let's go find out. Really hope it's not what I think it is. Looks like we might have a dead bird. I've found them out here before, and it usually looked like a weasel or something got to them. Hold on. Holy crap. Not sure. That is not good. Thinking maybe the power lines. Maybe it flew into that. I really hope this is not bird flu. But looked like it dived head first into the ground. It's got pretty big dent in the ground there. So I'm not sure what it's doing around here. I'm gonna have to take care of this. But hoping not to find any others. So that is about it for me. This bird was not out here earlier. And they don't fly around in groups or anything. They're solitary birds. so I'm not expecting to find any more. But last time I found something like this, it was definitely a weasel. The neck was all chewed up. But I've got to take care of this. Hope everyone's doing well, and I hope this is the last thing I find like this anytime soon. Take care and keep on typing.